project number 3. Article number 1. Women's Insurance Amendment gets first Senate vote. A bipartisan amendment to increase insurance benefits for women through yearly screenings gets the first Senate vote Tuesday on health care overhaul legislation. Co-sponsored by Senators Barbara Mikulski, Democrat, from Maryland, and Olympia Snowe, Republican, from Maine, would require policies to include a variety of yearly screenings. Was inspired in part by controversial recommendations last month that women undergo fewer mammograms and pap smears to test for cancer. My amendment guarantees screening for breast cancer. Yes, mammogram, Mikulski said. We don't mandate that you have a mammogram at age 40. What we say is discuss this with your doctor. But if your doctor says you need one, my amendment says you are going to get one. The Congressional Budget Office said the amendment would cost $940 million over a decade. Mikulski has said her amendment was aimed at preventing insurance companies from using a pair of recommendations for cancer testing in women to deny coverage. Crocodile Land. It just so happens to be Christmas there all year long. For this small, self-governing island between Indonesia and Australia was given as tribute to the fact it was discovered on Christmas Day. In the year 1643, by Captain William Myners of the East India Ship Company. It wasn't, however, until 45 years later that the first person was recorded as having set foot on this island in 1688. The mining of phosphate began in 1890, and to a certain extent, though not a very great one, life on Christmas Island began to thrive. Britain gave control of the mining to Singapore, then an invasion of Japanese in 1942, then Indian workers. Apparently, all of this was enough to make the British realize, perhaps, despite its happy name, it wasn't quite worth all the trouble, and granted control of the island over to the Australian government in 1957. The Australian government has declared more than two-thirds of the island, mostly lush rainforests, to be national parks. One final thing to know about Christmas Island. Any web page ending in .cx originated on Christmas Island.